Well, first video in the new truck. We had a record week. We're finishing resets so we can go home for 4 days. Well, that's pretty good. Let's talk about it. Coming up on Riding with Kev. Well, so, to the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. To the old subscribers, the usual suspects, welcome back. First video in the Mack. I'm digging the lighting. I'm digging the GoPro that I'm using for the first time. I like it, the setup. I think it's going to work out pretty nice. You saw some B-roll, some time-lapse there from the storm that I went through in St. Louis. But it's been an eventful couple days. I didn't really want to do an update on the last video. I really just wanted it to be about the truck. So figure I'd hit you with this one and talk about a few things. So we finished that load to Iowa last weekend on Monday, and you knew we were trying to get up to Chicago. So she got us a load out of Iowa, and we went from Iowa to Wisconsin just like we figured we would. It was 400 miles, 1,300 bucks. Picked it up Monday, dropped it off Tuesday. And that load, what I learned was I hate being on the phone. I hate having to deal with stuff. That's why I'm glad I got a good dispatcher. But I called the lady and said, look, I'm an hour away. I got a 3 o'clock appointment to pick that load up. I didn't say, can I pick up early? I didn't say, what is it? I just said, is there a place over there that I can park while I wait? I'd rather be waiting there than sitting over here in the middle of Iowa where I was at with nothing. I'd rather just be over there. She said, you know what? We got a broken dock. You can pull into it, and the loads, we told them 3 to 5. It might be done early. I said, hey, no pressure. I'm not trying to get special treatment. Like I said, I'd just rather be parked there. So she said, come on. And I got there about 11, and at 1 o'clock she loaded me. It was 9 pallets. It took her about 20 minutes, and I was out. And that actually ended up saving my bacon later in the week because I got held up a few times. So we got up to Wisconsin. We dropped it off. I said, what you got next? And she goes, well, we got this load out of Wisconsin. It's going Wisconsin to Pennsylvania. Well, I'm sorry, Virginia. Technically, it was going to Dulles, the airport in Washington, D.C. She goes, but hey, you know, it ain't bad. It's 900 bucks for $3,700. And I was like, no, that is not bad. And it worked out because I got that early start, and I was able to deliver my load early enough that I actually got to Chicago, got loaded and got to Chicago about 4 o'clock on Tuesday. So we said, you know what? I'm just going to park the truck and the trailer at the lot, go get me a hotel, which is the one I stayed at, earned my Best Western points. And so I got that on. I got hooked up there. I got up the next morning. You've seen the video from the previous one where I got everything swapped over and we got on down the road. And so I booked it. And when I'm out here on the road, I'm running. There's just, I don't like 10 hours and 1 minute. I want to be rolling if I can help it. And since this appointment had an open availability, I could get there, but I couldn't get there before 9 o'clock in the morning. So I said, you know what? I ran it. I set the truck up enough that I could go to sleep. And I got there about 11:30 because just the distance-wise, that's the best I could do. And I walked in, and I handed him my bill of lading like I have done at every shipper or receiver I have ever been to in my career. And said, oh, that's cool. Oh, so you got a delivery? Like, yes, sir. I got cool. He goes, where's your air freight bills? I just drive the truck. This is what they gave me. Oh, well, we can't ship this to France if you don't have the air freight bills. So you have to call your broker if you get that figured out. Okay, so I go back into my truck and I call the dispatcher and my first load on the Mack. I'm trying to get awesome. And she goes, all right, look at the broker. And about an hour later, we got with the broker. They sent me the email. The people at the receiving place at the airport were awesome. They printed it off. They said, okay, there's your air freight bills. Hit door 66 and back your doors and lock in. So I did that. Boom, got in, got the red light. Trailer's not moving. And this dude comes up to my door and he goes, what are you doing? I was like, I'm waiting to be unloaded. He goes, well, you're not going to unload it? I'm like, no, this is not drive or unload. Very courteous, but I was like, no. He goes, okay. Well, we're probably going to have to reject this load because the plane leaves in 2 hours and there's no shipping labels on the boxes.
Man, that sucks! Sucks, true. I'm going to talk to some people and straighten this out, man. Bunch of bullcrap.
Again, I just drive the truck. I back up the dock. They load it. They hand me the bills. I don't know what labels they do or don't have on the boxes. I just shut the doors. And so it's out, well, you better get shipping labels or we're going to have to reject this load. So back on the phone with the dispatcher. get the load in, get it out, and apparently they didn't even tell me that they got shipping labels. I just felt the truck start rocking. I was like, well, they're unloading me, so it is what it is. So about 2.5 hours later, I'm almost unloaded. I hit up dispatch. Well, hey, what are we looking at? What are my options here? She goes, hey, what are your thoughts about Colorado? So Colorado's beautiful. I said, but I really don't want to. Winter storms, not really what I'm thinking. She goes, okay, well, I got this load. It's like 12,000 pounds, and it pays $6,000 for 1,700 miles. I love Colorado. Where else would I want to go but Colorado? So I was like, you know what? Let's go to Colorado. So I bounced 100 miles up to Pennsylvania, picked up the load, booked it out here to Colorado. The thing with Colorado is you're going to get caught in a snowstorm. But because I'd worked, again, I'm running my clock, and I like to leave early because I drive over the weekends, I like to find parking. I actually got hung up about 10 miles into Colorado because I-70 West was shut down for an accident. And it looked like a battlefield the next day. But it didn't matter. I was only 2 hours away. I got up extra early, had to be at the drop-off at 7:45. I got there at 8 o'clock because of the snow. And the thing with this load was I need a 34. I parked, I think I had 28 minutes left on my 70 when I showed up. But the way this load worked, and we knew this going in, was you drop your trailer, and then they have 36 hours to unload it, and then you go back and pick up your trailer. Because it's not a dropping hook. We don't do dropping hooks. So I am at the Loves in Bennett, Colorado, because I was not staying in the concrete jungle of Colorado and all that craziness. I kind of wanted to get a little bit away from town. I've had the most boring 34 ever because the truck's brand new. I've cleaned it. There's nothing else to clean. And there's not anything out here. So I've been getting a lot of sleep, watching a lot of YouTube, was on the live with Travis Kenley. So future of the channel. It is my intent to put out more content. I've got the GoPro. I'm loving how easy it is. Rather than just sitting here like I've been doing for the last 2 years and just saying, hey, I went here, I went there. I want to do kind of a Johnson's Logic, Just Trucking, kind of those guys where, hey, I'll show you some shippers and receivers. I'll show you if I can when I'm closing the trailer what we're hauling. Something to make it a little bit more interesting, because when I started the channel, it was all about I'm new to trucking, how to do this, how to do that. Now it really is turned in more of just a vlog style, because I'm not talking about a mega carrier, I'm not talking about securement and flatbed or anything like that. So I think to keep the channel interesting, I'm actually going to be putting out more videos based on your suggestions. If y'all say, no, once a week's good, you know, we like the updates, that's cool. I can leave it once a week, or I can bump it up. But I think this GoPro is going to change things and make it pretty cool, because A, I know where to look when I'm looking into the camera, and B, like I said, I can just grab it right here and say, oh, look, you know, there's the bed we got set up, you know, there's the Xbox, you know, or, you know, here's what we're doing, let me show you this, you know, and then I can just immediately just do like this. Yeah, my hand will get in the way a little every now and then, but it gives me a little more freedom. So I'd like to do more videos. If you don't want to see more videos, put in the comments, no more videos. But I want to keep the channel interesting. 2.5 years in, I think I'm ready to take the next step. So that is where we're at. That's where we're going. We had an $11,000 to the truck week last week. Remember when I said on the tooth and only got 2 loads and it wasn't a great week? Record week, 11 grand to the truck. Those of you playing the home game, I get 85%. That's $9,300 in 1 week. Yes, I have expenses. Yes, $5 fuel is not helping things, but still gonna be a pretty doggone good week. And then we're heading to the house. I'm in Denver. I'm grabbing a load to Texas, and I'm going home because Sunday is my 24-year anniversary to the lovely Mrs. Hatton. And then my kids start spring break, so I'm going to take Monday and Tuesday off and then hang out with the kids. My wife takes off every year for spring break with the kids, so a lot of good stuff coming up, some well-earned home time. And we're going to back out here because these $11,000 week's kind of nice. So that's where we're at. We'll talk to you soon. God bless. Let's get rolling.